Welcome to Clutch 10, the podcast where we talk about sports 10 questions at a time. My name is Jake Crumley, and I am joined by my co-host,
Ronnie Hensley. I get to say my name. Look at
yes,
that. We're improving.
I figured last week you wanted that. So yeah.
Thank you. It's like an early Christmas.
How we doing, Ronnie?
I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Steelers just beat the
Nice.
Colts. My glorious Steelers. Life is great. Life is great. What about you?
Yes. Our glorious Niners just put belt to butt against the Giants, which is to be expected. But I'm a little sad because we're filming this about 20 minutes after the trade deadline ended. Where's the Steelers moves? Where's the Niners moves?
I know.
We'll get
what
into
the
that
heck,
later, maybe.
guys? We need to go all in for a Super Bowl.
I know.
For the last, we'll go
Well,
9-8, 10-6 again.
The Niners I get because we're kind of cooked with injuries anyways, but that's for later down the line of the podcast. We'll get into that.
Yeah.
So let's just get into it. The way this podcast works is we have 10 questions prepared, including some of the biggest, most relevant topics in football right now, some surprise questions, some games, and much more. In the future, some questions maybe from you guys in the comments. We might have one of those today. So make sure to drop your best questions in the comments. We really want to see those. Also drop whatever topics you want to see us talk about. And yeah, at the midway point, Ronnie and I will also be diving into a little bit of head-to-head trivia, which we do every episode. Currently, Ronnie and I are tied all-time 2-2 on the trivia scoreboard. So one of us will walk out of here today the new leader in the clubhouse. Also make sure to stick towards the end to see us get a little bit off topic, see what we like outside of sports. And yeah, that's about it. Anything else before we Anything else before we get into it, Ronnie?
No, let's just jump in.
Gosh, okay. Well, we're gonna start off with a little bit compare and contrast today. Not necessarily something that's happened recently, but quarterbacks. I want to start off today by comparing. I can't speak.
It's okay.
Comparing our top 10 quarterback lists.
Do you want to go first? Or should I go first? I do have a top 10.
Let's start top down.
Okay. There is one person missing from my list. It's a bit of a surprising take, but once I explain myself, you won't get it. But
okay.
I'll still have my explanation. Number 1, Josh Allen.
Oh, I won't get it.
No, I mean you won't understand me, and you'll think I'm crazy.
Okay. We're off to a cold start because I'm Patrick Mahomes at number 1.
Okay. I think that this top 3 is really interchangeable. I'm not really convinced with Lamar at 2 and Mahomes at 3, which is what I have. We can switch all these people around. But in my personal opinion, I think Josh Allen is the best quarterback in the league.
Okay. Yeah, no, I agree with the top 3 being interchangeable. I have Mahomes, Allen, then Lamar. Lamar more just because of that playoff play hasn't been consistent. I think he's underrated in the playoffs. Or maybe not underrated is the right word. I think overhated in the playoffs is the correct word. But it's still not put the whole team on your shoulders play like Mahomes and Allen can be. And I do think that Mahomes just has the highest floor in the league and a top 3 highest ceiling, because I think sometimes we get games from Allen and Lamar that where that floor is just a bit lower than Mahomes.
I don't know.
And I think I just trust Mahomes the most.
I feel like I've seen some pretty dookie games from Mahomes, but
I don't know.
Especially in this last season or so. But you know what? When it comes time for the playoffs, you're correct. I don't think I'd rather have the ball in anyone else's hands. But I'd still put Allen at 1. My number 4, Matthew Stafford.
Bang. We on the same page. Stafford's that guy, dude. I love Matthew Stafford so much.
Yeah, just every year, no matter
every
the
throw.
roster. Every throw, yeah.
Every single throw is a possibility with him.
Number 5.
Who do you have at number 5?
Baker Mayfield. He's inched his way into that top 5.
Ooh,
you don't have him that high?
We're a little bit off.
Okay.
I love Baker, but I think he has become a tad bit overrated this season. Very, very slightly. Okay. I have Herbert at 5.
All right, Herbert is my number 6.
Okay. I think Herbert is I think how bad his offensive line is people don't pay attention to that enough. It's bad. It's not Joe Burrow level bad, but it's bottom 10 in the league bad year in and year out. Especially with Joe out being injured for most of this year and Rashawn Slater being out for the whole year. It's bad. And I think
I'm just saying
I don't know.
if we're accounting for the playoffs, Herbert is the ultimate playoff choker. He's the what if man.
That's true.
So
That's true. But I will say Herbert has never had a substantial run game in the playoffs to actually help him out at all. But yes, this last year, there's no denying that it was a really bad performance.
yeah,
But I don't know. I just love Herbert's arm talent. Who do you have at 6? Oh wait, you
7.
said Herbert's at 6. Who was your 5?
My
Or no,
5.
Baker.
My 5 was Baker. 6 was Herbert. Who do you have at 6?
I almost didn't rank him because of his injuries, but I put Joe Burrow.
Okay.
I did this under the assumption that everybody is healthy, and Joe Burrow's at my 6. Again, terrible offensive line. The best guy at just getting the ball out quick, making pre-snap reads in the league, but
Yeah.
I don't think he has some of that, um, you know, out of structure, run around type of play. But I love Burrow still.
Fair enough. Number 7 for me, Drake May.
That's my 7.
That's your 7. Number 8,
I love Drake May.
Dak
Baker.
Prescott. You have Baker at 8. Okay.
Yes, I'm so high on Drake May. I think he might be the most accurate quarterback in the NFL, Drake May.
Yeah.
But yeah, Baker's at my 8, right behind May. They're kind of interchangeable for me. Like I'm okay with putting Baker at 7, May at 8. But yeah, Baker, I think I don't know, he does have like a lot of help. Like I know Evans has been injured, Godwin's been out, but Ibuka is really good. Cade Otton is really underrated. His offensive line is really good, and that run game is pretty consistent, except for Bucky Irving's been out. But even without Bucky, they've been pretty decent in the run. Not great, but decent. But Baker can like, I love seeing game-winning drives from Baker and like just
Yes.
must score drives from Baker because he's such a dog and
Yeah,
like
he's
he will
clutch.
not be stopped.
Yeah, he's clutch as hell.
Mhm,
At 8, I had Dak Prescott. I mean, just year in year out,
Yep.
he just has solid seasons. I feel like I've never seen a
Mhm,
bad season from Dak.
mhm.
Number 9, I have Jordan Love.
Okay, Dak was my 9.
Okay.
Um, I think Dak was playing MVP level football through like 6 weeks. He's kind of tailed off, but I think Dak gets a lot of hate just because he's on the Cowboys, and the Cowboys defense is terrible.
Yeah.
But overall, Dak is pretty solid, pretty consistent. Jordan Love, I do not have ranked on this.
Wow. Okay.
I don't even think he's not even my first guy off. He might not be my first or second guy off. He might be my third.
Okay, I'm a bit higher on Jordan Love, which is weird because I feel like I'm lower on the Packers than most people. But I can't deny I think Jordan Love has really grown into a pretty solid quarterback.
I my thing with Jordan Love is I like to compare him a lot to Caleb Williams, just a little bit better version at this point, with the highs are so high.
Yeah.
When he's on, he can make a top 5 level quarterback play look easy. When he's off, it's atrocious to watch. And it's kind of the same thing with Caleb Williams, just a little bit Caleb's a little bit worse right now
I do agree,
overall.
but I feel like he can always flip that switch. Like the Steelers
Yes.
game, first half he wasn't very good. Second half he
Yeah.
scored like what 20 something points. It's crazy.
That's true. When he's on, he's easy top 10. It's just my problem when he's off is it's consistency. Consistency is huge, and in my opinion, it's so hard to actually be a quarterback that can go deep in the playoffs if you're not consistent. Because you need to be consistent for a 3-4 game stretch of good quarterback play, you know?
That's fair enough. My number 10, I got a little silly. Sam Darnold. Sam Darnold's
Okay, I
at
don't
my
hate
number
that.
10 spot. Maybe it's just recency
He's in
bias, but I feel like I haven't seen a bad
That's
game from him
fine.
this season.
I think he was my 4th guy off. Um Jaden Daniels is my 10 guy.
Mm,
I know he's probably going to be out for the year and he's been injured all year, but there's no denying how good he was last year. I think the scrambling along with the deep ball accuracy is huge. And
yeah.
yeah, I don't hate I think this 10 spot was really tough for me cuz there's like 5 guys I would put
Yeah,
here.
there's a lot of
Like,
guys. Like I had to leave Jalen Hurts
yeah.
off.
Mhm.
I had to leave Jared Goff off. And if you
Yes.
notice,
That was my next guy.
Joe Burrow's not on my list.
Oh, yeah, what happened? Is it cuz of the injuries?
Maybe it's not a fair assessment, but if you're getting injured all the time, I
Okay.
can't put you in my top 10.
Availability is the best ability. However, I will say a lot of that availability is the fault of the Bengals offensive line.
This is true, but I mean
But I agree. I
the other
do
thing
agree
is,
that like it's
I'm not gonna say his legacy is tarnished by any means, but maybe it's less of the ability of Joe Burrow when Joe Flacco can enter this offense and ball out like he has 40+ point games.
yeah. No, I think that's fair to say. And I do think there's something to his legacy. It it's not on it's not on track to be anywhere near the his ceiling of a legacy would be.
Yeah, like
Like it's on a downturn right now and he needs to get healthy and he needs to put together a couple full seasons in order for him to like really be fully respected a little bit more, I think. But in this tense, I feel like for the quarterbacks, it's like the top nine are pretty separate, and then there's like five guys because Jane Daniels, right, and then yeah, like you were saying, Jared Goff was my next guy. Then it was Jalen Hurts for me. Then it was Jordan Love for me, and then it was Sam Darnold for me, and those are all guys that were mentioned. So,
all right, I think we should move on.
all right. Let's go with we're gonna just take a little bit of a jump here. Now we got that out of the way. Now we're gonna get into a little bit more reactionary stuff from this past week, week 9 of the NFL season. And the NFC North had a crazy week. You know, the Packers lost to the Panthers, the Vikings upset the Lions, the
Mm-hmm.
Bears won in that thriller against the Bengals. So my question for the NFC North is who is gonna win the NFC North? It is kind of crazy right now.
It is crazy, and like I was saying earlier, I'm not as high on the Packers as other people. I know they have Micah Parsons now and everything, but I still think the Lions are kind of on the steering wheel here. I think it's up to the Lions to win, and if they don't, it's because the Lions, they crumbled. I don't think it's because the Packers are a better team.
I agree. I think I think my takeaway is that the Lions are still kind of that top dog. I think they have the most reliable offense and they still have a good defensive front. That secondary is a little bit thin, but I still trust the defense to get the job done
Mm-hmm.
on the back of that offense. And when I'm comparing the Lions to some of these other teams, the Lions' losses have come against the Chiefs, who are the Chiefs, the Packers, who like are pretty respectable still, even
Yeah.
though we don't have them winning this division, and the Vikings, who got amazing quarterback play out of JJ McCarthy and have a good
Yeah,
defense.
and plus two of those are divisional matches, and you know with
Exactly.
divisionals they can go any way.
Exactly. But then we look at the Packers, who I think are the other front runner. Their losses come against the Browns, the Panthers. The Panthers are like better than a lot of people thought, but still the Panthers. And then they tied the Cowboys.
Yeah, and not to mention some of those games where it really came down to one score against teams they should have handily beat. Like you know me,
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Steelers fan, but they were kind of they had to crawl their way back out of that game.
Yeah, they did.
And
Yeah, and I think for the Packers also, again on the Love point, he just needs to be more consistent for me to trust them more. And then the Tucker Craft torn ACL is huge. He's
yeah,
been a beast for them this
yeah. Oh
season.
my God, Tucker Craft was amazing until he tore the
Yeah,
ACL. Mike, I
yeah.
have a little bit of a question for you. Do you think there's a world where all four of these teams make the playoffs? I mean, they're all 500 and above right now.
That would be crazy. I think there's a good chance three of them make it. It's just tough though because like the NFC West, for example, they have three really good teams in the Rams, Seahawks, Niners. So
Mm-hmm.
it's gonna be hard for the North to sweep the wild cards. That would be pretty difficult because then you're relying on the Vikings or the Bears to beat out like either the Rams or the Seahawks and the Niners. So that would be crazy.
Could happen.
I don't know. I don't want to count out the Vikings. Like if JJ McCarthy plays for the rest of the season like he did this last week, they're a pretty solid team.
I know we've seen their ceiling.
Yeah.
It's insane.
And the Bears, Caleb is pretty inconsistent right now, but if he starts to play more and more like that ceiling that he's shown,
Yeah.
they're a really good team even though that defense kind of
Yeah,
sucks.
the Bears. I think I'm the least confident on just because they
Same.
really almost choked that game against the Bengals.
Yeah,
Uh,
that was rough.
Like I feel like a lot of their wins are just not confident wins at all. It's like the opposite of like a moral, loss where you lose but you still
mm,
feel happy. Every time the Bears win,
mm-hmm.
I feel like, they just feel shallow and hollow.
Yeah, I agree. All right. Let's move on. We're talking about winning the division here. I want to go on the exact opposite side of that, and let's go to some losing teams. Who will get the number 1 overall pick in the NFL draft this year? Who do you think?
Uh, I mean, obviously, there's just three teams that are kind of front runners. My pick,
Mm-hmm.
I think I'm gonna go with the Saints. I think the Saints have the most to tank for. I was almost tempted to go with the Jets, but we'll get into it in a second. But after the trade deadline, they're training for a lot of picks. They don't necessarily. I know teams aren't purposefully tanking or anything, but they don't necessarily need that number one overall pick like the Saints do. Titans just had the number one and they got Cam Ward. I feel like the Saints have the most to gain by having that number one overall.
I the purposely tanking point. There was my take about the Jets purposely trying to lose a couple weeks ago.
Mm-hmm.
They just traded away their best 2 damn players like right now in Sauce Gardner and Quinn Williams.
Yeah,
Purposely
no,
tanking?
yeah, I completely agree. I think they're in rebuild mode. Like they are not trying to win this year. But yeah, I guess in terms of like who do I think will get the number one? I feel like the Jets, even though they just traded away Sauce, that offense kind of has the potential to like break out and be really good. Like we've seen some like 30-point games from the Jets this season, even if some of them didn't result in wins. I just feel like the Saints offense, especially after Shaheed is gone, just feels so like sluggish. And I know Spencer Rattler has been he's been horrible.
Well,
Uh,
Tyler Shuck now.
yeah, Tyler Shuck. Oh my God,
Um,
that's what I'm saying. The
yeah.
offense is
That's
in the
fair. I
trenches.
don't think there's a wrong answer here. I think they all kind of have equal chance. I was actually gonna go with the Titans if I had to choose one.
Mm,
Although I'm kind of feeling I'm kind of leaning towards the Jets after this trade deadline, but my take on the Titans preparing last night for this was that I feel like the Titans have the least amount of ways to win.
that's true.
They haven't really shown any like signs of being good in specific aspects of the game. Like the Jets, at least before today, the Jets defense could step up sometimes and the run game could step up sometimes. And the Saints, I guess also before today, had offensive weapons. Like they still have Olave, I guess. But my point was going to be that the Saints have some offensive weapons that can get them going with Kamara and Olave still. And Juwan Johnson is underrated, I think. But the Titans, they have a bad defense. That defense all around is pretty rough. And the offense can barely move the ball, even when Cam Ward is playing well because of how inconsistent his supporting cast has been
Yeah.
with all the drops and the lack of run game.
No, I mean I agree. I think yeah, you can't really go wrong with any answer. In terms of teams that are trying to tank, I feel like the Jets are ahead. In terms of teams that I feels like there's no way for them to win, the Titans I think are ahead. And in terms of teams I think would gain the most from a number one overall pick, I still think it's
Mm-hmm.
the Saints. So
I think that's a fair take.
this
Yeah.
this this is a fun
Yeah.
battle to watch.
Yes. It's like it's just as exciting as seeing the best teams, right? Seeing
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
worst teams compete for who can be the worst, right?
I know it's really fun, especially when you
Yeah.
see them on your team's schedule. Like, oh, bye
That's
week.
true. This
Hopefully.
is true. All right, we're gonna take another jump to the opposite side of the ball. So we talked about winners, we talked about losers, we're going back to winners.
Mm-hmm.
And we're doing a draft today. We are drafting teams to be in the Super Bowl. Who will win the Super Bowl?
Just be in the Super
So,
Bowl, not
Ronnie
not not win.
or oh, it's just B.
Yeah. Who will appear
How's
in the
that
Super
points
Bowl?
going to work though?
If we both get it right, then we're awesome. If we don't, we suck.
Okay. So we're just drafting people to be in the
We can
Super
do
Bowl?
win. We can change it to win.
Well, I was gonna say because if we want to declare a winner of this, we can tie with B in the Super Bowl, but there can only be one winner if we choose who wins.
Okay, we can do that. I'm just looking at the thing and it says B.
Yeah. Oops. Sorry. Yeah, no. Okay, let's do win.
All right, we'll
Let's
do
do
win. We'll
win.
do
All
win.
right. Who is winning the Super Bowl? Draft style. So we're gonna each draft 4 teams. A snake draft we'll do. Ronnie, do you want the first pick or do you want the turn?
Uh, I'll take the turn. I'll take
Okay.
the turn.
All right. So drafting. Who will win the Super Bowl? My first pick is going to be the Los Angeles Rams.
Okay. Wow.
I am so high on Stafford. I think that defensive front is absolutely elite. All their young guys have developed a bit. And, Stafford has the run game. He has the weapons. They have it all and they have the coach. That's who I'm going with first.
I don't hate that pick at all. With my pick, I'm gonna take the Chiefs. As much
That
as I
was mine
don't want
too.
it to happen, I have to, put some insurance out there because I feel like it could happen. And then
Yes.
my pick after that, I'm gonna go with the Bills. I'm gonna stay in the AFC. I think this could maybe be the year the Bills finally get over that playoff hump in the AFC Championship.
Okay. I don't mind that. The Chiefs were my second pick. Would have been my second pick. The Bills would have been my fourth. Skipped over my third, so that leaves me the Eagles.
Mm,
I think I've been a little bit pessimistic about the Eagles a lot this year after coming out of that Super Bowl win, with the run game being a little bit more inconsistent than it was last year and the secondary being pretty thin. But if there's anything we know about the Eagles is that Howie Roseman is probably the most aggressive GM in the league, and he's shown that because he's added a lot of secondary depth through free agency and trades recently. And then I do think the run game will start to pick up. Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Eagles.
okay.
Then I know we were kind of just dogging on them not to even win their own division. But if I think there's a team that can get hot in the playoffs and go all the way, it is the Packers.
I didn't even have the Packers on my list.
Okay. So my thing is that we're talking about Jordan Love being inconsistent, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I was hyping up how good Jordan Love can be when he's hot. If Jordan Love can get hot for a 3 or 4 game stretch, which we've seen him do for like a 2 game stretch in the playoffs before, if he can do that, if he can extend that a little bit, I think the Packers are going to be really hard to beat because I am really high on that defense.
Okay. Uh, with my final two picks, I'm gonna cash in on the Lions here. I think this could be a year
Hmm.
where the Lions, you know, get over that hump.
See, I didn't have them on my list.
Maybe it's just a fun team to watch. I think
Yeah.
they deserve a ring. And then finally, of course, couldn't have this draft without my glorious Steelers. If I
you
manifest it
left
enough, it'll
me
happen.
you left me my 6, 7, and 8 picks.
Whoa.
So I didn't. Yeah. Um. Now I want to choose because they're all really even for me. I'll say it's the Buccaneers, Patriots, and Colts.
Okay.
When I made this list, I had the Buccaneers at the top, but I'm gonna go Buccaneers still. I think the Buccaneers, Patriots, and Colts are all on a similar level right now, but the big difference is that the Buccaneers are fairly injured, and I think they can get healthier and go on a run.
Yeah. Yeah. The
So
the only team on
yeah,
my list that is left is the Colts.
interesting. Yeah, I think with the Colts, I'm I've been bought. I started to buy in on Danny Dimes. He's playing well, but I think I'm worried about a little bit of a Viking Sam Darnold situation where it starts to tail off at the end
Yeah, and
because
we've seen
really Daniel Jones has never played a full season of great quarterback
and
play.
he has to. It depends on that run game too, because we saw in that
Hmm.
Steelers game, they shut down the run, and Daniel Jones was looking like Giants Daniel Jones.
True, this is true. Yeah, and the Patriots, I'm just worried Drake May doesn't have enough around him yet, even
Yeah,
though I'm super high on Drake May, obviously. But yeah. So that's our draft. So the reason we are drafting, or I guess the reward for drafting and winning, we won't know this till after the Super Bowl for this draft, but we are competing for coins for the trivia.
the clutch
And what a coin
coins.
does, a clutch coin for the trivia. And what a clutch coin does is it's kind of a freebie or a gimme, or maybe that's not the right way to
You ever
describe
seen
it. It's kind of
Survivor?
like
You get
a
the totem, and you don't get to be voted off the island. It's like that, but in trivia. You'll see.
exactly, and it kind of depends how it's used for each trivia. But it'll like block the other player from getting a correct answer. It'll take away a strike for you, that type of thing.
Yeah.
But we just drafted last week for the trade deadline, and the trade deadline ended 44 minutes ago from when we're recording this right now. So we have to go through this draft and see who gets a clutch coin. So we're gonna go through each pick here and give out points. So the way the draft worked is we had a guest on last week, AC, and all three of us drafted 3 players total.
Mm-hmm.
And it was 1 point for guessing a correct player to get traded, and another point for guessing which team that player would get traded to. So let's go through each pick AC, our guest, had the first pick. He picked Rick Woolen to the Bears. That did not happen. Rick Woolen did not get traded, so that's 0 points. Ronnie, you had the second pick.
Yes, and I picked Rashid Shaheed to the Steelers.
Mm-hmm. Yes, Rashid Shaheed did get traded, so that's 1 point. Not to the Steelers though. He got traded to the Seahawks, which I am a big fan of. I think that's a great pairing with JSN. Get Sam Darnold even more help. So that's 1 point for you.
Nice.
Then the third pick, I went with Jalen Waddle to the Broncos. Jalen Waddle surprisingly did not get traded. And I had the turn, so with the fourth pick, I had another guy that surprisingly did not get traded, Trey Hendrickson. I had him going to the Niners.
I was surprised about this
What
one.
are the Bengals doing?
They're trying to win this year.
No, never happening.
Superbowl window
But
still
you
open.
do you, Bengals. All right. They don't want to pay him after the season either. It just makes no sense to me. Ronnie, who did you pick?
And then surprisingly, like really surprisingly, my pick, Russell Wilson to the Browns, didn't go through.
Really?
Yeah, I know. It's crazy. Maybe they just didn't have enough money to pay him. I think that's
that's probably exactly why. There was no other reason that the Browns wouldn't trade for Russell Wilson.
Well, yeah, he needs a big contract because he's Russell Wilson.
Yes. Yes. Yeah. Okay. AC's pick next. He had the last turn of the draft. He went Kyle Van Noy to the Bears. Kyle Van Noy did not get traded. Then he picked Jeffrey Simmons to the Bears. Jeffrey Simmons did not get traded. AC ends the draft with 0 points. Then Ronnie,
sorry, AC.
back to you.
And then I chose Jacoby Myers to the Steelers. He did get traded, but not to the Steelers.
Yes, that's okay though. That's a point. He actually got traded to the Jaguars. Get T-Law some help there next to BTJ, who's looked kind of rough this season. But yes, you get another point there. You're leading this with 2 points. I only have my last pick, so you already won this unless I get double right here.
And then we'll split
my last pick. Oh yeah, that's true. My last pick was Logan Wilson of the Bengals to get traded, and he did get traded. But I picked the Bills. He got traded to the Cowboys. So I get 1 point. And Ronnie, you are the winner of the very first clutch coin.
And I don't have to use that in today. I don't have to use it today. Yeah. I can store it like a little goodie bag and save it for later.
Yeah. Yeah, so that was our trade deadline draft results. Did we predict the NFL trade deadline correctly? A little bit. We got 3 players traded out of the 9 we guessed. I feel like that's fine. But yeah. Now let's get to the trivia where you can maybe use that clutch coin if you want.
Maybe.
What time is it, Ronnie?
It's trivia time.
It is trivia time. Today's trivia. I don't have a word for this game or a name for this game.
The letter game.
Let's just call it the initials game.
The initials game, yeah.
The initials game. So Ronnie and I are each going to say a letter at the same time. Ronnie, I'll let you be the first initial. I'll be the second initial.
Oh, it
so we're both going to say a letter at this.
Has to be first and second?
Yes, so that we know like how that works.
Okay, I was thinking we could flip-flop around,
Oh, no. From what I've seen of others play this game, it's like one person is first, one person is second.
Okay, we can do that.
Oh, wait. Who's on the left side of the screen in the podcast? Is it me?
Yeah.
It's me, right? Okay, maybe I should be first. So it's like, yes. Okay.
You always get the first initial?
I will be first initial so that it looks better on the screen.
Okay.
And then Ronnie, you'll be second initial. We're both going to say a letter at the same time. First person to say an NFL player, past or current, with those initials gets a point. First to 5 points wins.
Okay.
Simple enough?
You're right.
All right. I have a letter. Are you good?
I have a letter.
Okay. We say our letter in 3, 2, 1.
A. Eric Armstead. Is he still in the league?
Oh, yes, he's still in the league. Well, it doesn't matter. It could be past or present. Okay. Ronnie has 1 point. Dang, bro, you got that out like before I even was able to register your letter. Holy cow. Okay. Eric Armstead was a good one. Okay, I have one ready. 3, 2, 1.
B.
T.
Tyler Bennett.
Todd Bowles.
Is he even an NFL player?
Todd Bowles?
No, Tyler Bennett.
Does coaches count? Did Todd Bowles play in the NFL?
Did he look it up? Look it up.
Teddy Bridgewater.
Ah, damn it.
Okay, 1-1. I should have just pivoted earlier. Okay, ready?
She was a Paralympic footballer, Tyler Bennett. Anyways, go on.
Oh, wow. How did you pull that out? Okay. All right, ready? 3, 2, 1.
C.
L. What? LC?
Yeah.
Larry the Cable Guy? He's like a voice in Cars or something. I don't know who he actually is.
I don't even know.
Do we want to pass?
Yeah, I
I
can't think
don't
about it.
know.
Let's pass. Let's pass.
We're probably missing someone obvious or something, but yeah, let's pass. Okay. 3, 2, 1.
F.
P. Pat Fairmouth.
Ah, damn it. Should have got that one.
You're a Steeler. You should have gotten that one. Okay. I'm up 2-1. Let's go. 3, 2, 1.
A.
R. Robbie Anderson.
Oh. Okay.
Robbie Chosen Anderson, I should say. Sorry. Okay. 3-1. I have a little bit of a lead now. Let's
first to 5, right?
Ready?
Yeah.
First to 5. 3, 2, 1. B.
W.
Brandon Williams. I don't know.
I'm sure there's a Brandon Williams out there.
I'm
fucking blanking.
Bill.
Is there like a Braylon Witherspoon or something?
Bam. Bit. I don't know. Let's skip.
Yeah.
Do you have one?
No. No, I don't.
Okay. Let's go. Ready? 3, 2, 1. C.
Chris Campbell.
What'd you say?
C.
Oh, we both said C?
Yeah, Calais Campbell. Whatever their name is.
You said Chris. I heard you say Chris Campbell, but I'll give you. All right. I didn't get one out. All right. 3-2.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. M.
D.
What'd you say?
D.
MD. Mike Davis.
Oh.
Wait, is that a right player? Am I thinking
Mike
of
Davis
the
sounds like a NFL player. Look at it.
Was he the running back for the Panthers? Yes, he was. Okay.
So it's 4-2, right?
4-2, or maybe I had the Panthers. He played for the Seahawks at least. Okay.
I
4-2.
believe you.
I'm one away from winning. You need 3 in a row right here.
All right.
3, 2, 1.
G.
EG. E. EG is a tough one.
Yeah, EG
That's
is
weird.
It is weird.
I don't have one.
Okay.
3, 2, 1. A.
E.
AE. Oh, bro.
Oh my god.
What the heck? Amari Demarc. Oh wait, never mind. I'm so far off.
Let's just go again.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go. 3, 2, 1. P.
A.
Paulson Adebo. Stanford cornerback, drafted by the Saints, I believe.
Who? Wait, say it again?
Paulson Adebo.
Paulson Adebo.
Yeah, he's a cornerback. That's kind of a deeper pull. But
Yeah, I wouldn't have gotten
yeah.
it. Wow. Yeah.
All right. I take the lead in trivia. All time, 3-2.
3-2.
Let's
but
go.
I still have my little coin. I'm stashing it.
Yeah. I think that's good of you to hold on to it there, because you would have had to get a couple in a row. But yeah, Ronnie has his coin for the future, but I am up 3-2 all time. So let's move to the second half questions. And to start here in the second half, we're gonna get actually off of football for a question. We're gonna go to baseball because the World Series just ended, and it was amazing. 7 games. Game 7 went into extra innings. The Dodgers come out on top and are now back-to-back champs. Screw the Dodgers. If you guys can see my Giants flag in the back.
Yeah, it was insane.
Yeah, it was insane. So the question is, where does this World Series rank among all sporting events over the past 10 years? Not just baseball, all sporting events. That's how good it was.
Okay.
Where do you have
My
it?
vote is number 5. It's the 5th best sporting event in the past 10 years. And this is from
I had the exact same thing.
This is an American perspective. So, we're going to see a lot of American stuff on this list. My number 1 is the 2016 NBA Finals. And I think your number 2 might be similar as well. We'll see. 2017 Patriots Falcons Super Bowl. My number 3 is the 2016 World Series, the Cubs World Series. I think this one's better just because of the team that won. Still went to Game 7, still went to extra innings. And we still had some crazy games. But in terms of like the franchise, the Dodgers won last year. But the Cubs winning was monumental in that World Series. What was your number 3? What was your number 3?
I didn't have them ranked. Just in like when I was looking at mine, that was the 1 and 2 are probably correct. My 3 and 4. So okay, I should say that World Series I do not have above here. I have this is the best World Series in the past 10 years, but I think it's about interchangeable. I don't hate that take at all. With the 2016 World Series, because also you had the 18-inning game in this World Series, which was insane.
Yeah, that was crazy.
But yeah, my 3 and 4 are the 2020, not in order, the 2023 World Baseball Classic, which is like the Olympics for baseball. That was insane.
That was the Japanese.
I got to watch that while I was in spring training in Arizona, and we were out at like restaurants and stuff, like watching that, and it was amazing. And the ending between Mike Trout and Shohei Ohtani was
insane.
Yeah. Absolute cinema.
That was.
My other one is the 2024 Paris Olympics men's basketball tournament. I was in LA watching that one. That was insane. One of the craziest single player performances ever out of Curry in that final game. And just it was cinema having like the big 3 of our generation and LeBron, Curry, and KD like come together to get like the US that win, you know.
It was amazing. That was just off my list. The game I have, or the event or whatever I have, that kind of pushed that out the list, the 2018 Super Bowl, Eagles versus Patriots. Nick Foles winning it all. One of the greater Cinderella runs we've seen in the 2010s. I just thought that was an amazing Super Bowl. But honestly,
that was probably second off my list, behind the 2016 World Series.
These are all really interchangeable, and I do like the baseball pick, because I should have considered that a little more, but I don't think it would have made my top 5.
Yeah, I think the World Baseball Class. I mean, the U.S. didn't even win that year. It was Japan that won, but it was still like it was super hype because it was the best. It was just a really good team all around. It was really fun to watch for me because I was like, I was on a trip too. I think it was nostalgic, but yeah. Also, neither of us are like soccer fans. I don't think you're a college football fan. I know I'm not really like a college sports fan. Like I pay attention, but I'm not that huge of a fan. So like stuff like that, not really taken into consideration here.
I was almost considering the 2022 World Cup with France, Argentina, but I mean, objectively that would probably be higher up on this list. But it's just my opinion, my perspective.
Yeah. No, there is no right answers to that question. This is just all opinion. But let's go back to football. That was fun to talk about World Series, get a little bit off football for a second, but I want to head back, and I have an amazing surprise question for you today, Ronnie.
I'm scared, but I'm ready. Lay it on me.
I think I'm going to lay out the scene here first before I actually get to the question, and this is going to take a minute. But my general question is correlation or coincidence?
Oh, no.
Okay?
Okay.
And we're going to be focusing on Stefon Diggs today.
Okay.
Actually, I'm just going to get out of the question. Does Stefon Diggs specifically love playing with white boys? 2015 rookie season Stefon Diggs. Teddy Bridgewater is his quarterback. Rookie season, that's fine. Teddy B's the QB. 4 touchdowns, 720 yards. Not a crazy rookie season. Sophomore season. Sam Bradford is the QB. Sam Bradford is not white, actually. He's Native American. 3 touchdowns, 903 yards. A little bit of an improvement, but still not a crazy season. especially for a sophomore season.
Mm-hmm.
2017, Case Keenum comes in and is the quarterback for the Vikings. The yards don't really improve. He was about 850, but he bounces up to 8 touchdowns when he had never had more than 4 in a season. Then 2018 is the start of the Kirk Cousins era in Minnesota.
Mm-hmm.
Kirk Cousins come in. Stefon Diggs has his first 1,000-yard season, and he has 9 touchdowns. The next year, he has an 1,100-yard season and 6 touchdowns. Then he gets traded over to the Bills, Stefon Diggs does. Plays 4 seasons with the Bills, where his prime is, averages over 1,300 yards and over 9 touchdowns a season there. Then, little bit of a falling out with the Bills. He gets traded back to the Texans. CJ Stroud is his quarterback. Stefon Diggs looked fine there, but he gets injured 8 games into the season.
Yeah.
And has by far his worst season since his first 2 seasons with Teddy Bridgewater and Sam Darnold. Or sorry, not Sam Darnold, Sam Bradford. Then 2025 comes around. He's healthy. He signs with the Patriots. Specifically says that a big reason he signed with them is because of his new quarterback, Drake May. He said it himself. And he already has more games played in New England than he did in Houston. And he's averaging more yards per reception. He's on track to have a better year. And he's become an integral part of that offense. Not to mention, that's just quarterback play. Stefon Diggs, guess who his mentor was?
Who was his mentor?
Adam Thielen, multi-time White Boy of the Year award winner.
Oh my God, yeah.
Who was one of his main counterparts in Buffalo? Cole Beasley, the ultimate white guy, along with Gabe Davis, of course, but Cole Beasley was there. Who was his Vikings coach for his whole tenure? Mike Zimmer. Who was his Bills coach in his prime for his whole tenure? Sean McDermott. Who is his Patriots coach right now? Mike Vrabel in his bounce back year.
What about
Who was his Texans coach? D'Amico Ryans.
I'm
not making a point. I'm not starting a narrative. I'm just pointing out a pattern. Don't shoot the messenger. But is it fair to say that he's the more white guys that he's happened to surround himself with in his career, the luckier he's gotten so far?
I don't think that's horrible to say. But I will say, your question was, does he like playing with the white boys? And I'm just thinking about the end of his tenure in Buffalo, and he was really kind of at odds with Josh Allen sometimes. Like we saw him yelling at the sidelines. You know, it's the football energy, but I feel like I've seen him at his angriest on that Bills roster.
That is true. It is a pattern though that he's constantly been surrounded like the most important players, like his quarterbacks, his coaches, and the other weapons to take pressure off him.
Mm-hmm.
They've like always been white dudes for some reason with Stefon Diggs.
Well, here's my question: is it just Stefon, or can we find other players with this pattern?
That's a good question.
Maybe
see, like when I think of like all-time great quarterbacks, I think like Tom Brady. He was all white guys. Bill Belichick was his coach. His 2 big weapons were Julian Edelman and Gronk. Like Julian Edelman, like we can't go there for that. I don't know.
But we got Patrick Mahomes now. In terms of quarterbacks are winning the Super Bowl.
I guess Patrick Mahomes is Travis Kelce and Andy Reid.
That's true. I mean, yeah, Travis Kelce's full blown white now with the whole Taylor Swift stuff.
Oh yeah, very very white.
But I'm gonna get off. Let's get off this question before we get canceled. I have a surprise for you, and we're just gonna play a little. I want to get your opinions on some of these questions or statements, I shall say.
Okay.
Just one word: agree or disagree. I think I brought 10 for you.
Okay.
Do you agree or disagree? Number 1, the Steelers are a good football team. Not great. Good.
Disagree. Actually, wait. No, I'll agree. They're
okay.
Good.
Okay. Good, not great.
Just decent. Good. Does decent.
Above average is
qualifies good. Fine, they're good. Fine.
Okay. The Bills will never win the Super Bowl under Josh Allen.
Oh.
Do you think the Bills will continue to be cursed?
Disagree. I just can't sit here and tell myself that Josh Allen's never going to win one
Okay.
with the Bills.
In the same vein, the Ravens will never win the Super Bowl under Lamar Jackson.
Oh, that's tough, bro. Because
And I'm not saying I agree or disagree with these. I'm just bringing some
yeah,
questions to
yeah,
the
yeah.
table.
Man, that's tough. I'm gonna have to say disagree.
Okay.
There's no way Lamar comes like retires with that one.
My thinking is I feel like one or the other is going to get a ring, but I have a gut feeling that one of them might be left without a ring for the whole career.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Maybe Mahomes takes that like Brady break where there's like a 5 year stretch where he's not really in it, and it allows a Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson to go get their rings, and then Mahomes comes back later in his career and kills it.
I
That
could
type of
see
thing.
that, yeah. Joe Burrow is the NFL's current biggest what if. Agree or disagree?
Agree. I love that take. I
Okay.
love that.
The Jets could be a playoff team as early as next season.
Disagree. Don't even know.
Really? Could be. What if
Disagree.
all their picks pan out? They get the number one overall, the 2 picks they got from the Colts. What if they get some
No,
crazy
because they're
nuclear
gonna
players?
either need to have a rookie quarterback or yeah, I don't think so.
Okay. The Steelers are an amazing football team.
Disagree. Get out of here.
The Steelers are the greatest football organization.
Disagree.
They have 6 rings.
No, I don't even agree with that one. No.
Who is greater than the Steelers? They are tied for the most
Eagles.
rings. No.
Eagles. Yes,
Maybe if
Eagles.
you say the Packers or if you say the Patriots,
Nope.
but not the
Eagles.
Eagles.
I don't know about the Patriots. I would say the
What? The
Chiefs
Eagles
and the
have 2
Eagles.
Super Bowls. Get out of here with that.
Well, I was thinking in more recent memory,
No, I'm thinking greatest organization.
like of all time.
Yes.
Oh no, Patriots clear.
I don't know. The Patriots only won under Tom Brady. Steelers have multiple, dynasties under their belt. But anyways, the
I guess.
Colts are a first round exit.
Agree.
Okay.
I mean, I think we could show that because we didn't even draft them in the Super Bowl winners
That is true.
draft.
The Broncos have an AFC championship ceiling.
Agree. I don't. I mean, neither of us drafted them in the Super Bowl draft, but I do think they're like right on that doorstep.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. And then finally, the Jaguars will miss the playoffs.
Agree. The Chiefs are going to take that spot, and I don't think Trevor Lawrence is. At this point, I've kind of given up on him. I was always I always have held out a little bit of hope for him, but Liam Cohen has done everything he could for Trevor Lawrence, and it still is not working out.
Right. Yeah, I like your takes here. I like most of your takes here. Pretty good.
Except for the Steelers one.
Yeah, except for the Steelers, multiple of them.
All right. Well, Ronnie and I got our surprise questions for each other out of the way. We are 8 questions through our 10 of the week. For the next question, we are introducing something new that should be recurring for week to week. And it's what we're going to call the Weekly Doghouse. Who is going into the Weekly Doghouse? The way this works is we are going to each bring one player every week to enter into the doghouse because of the atrocities that they have committed.
Yeah.
Either on the field or maybe even, I don't want to spoil anything, but maybe a coach for choices, stuff like that. If a player makes an extreme low light or if a player blows a game, we may bring them into the Weekly Doghouse.
Yeah.
If we are just generally upset with a player, we will bring them into the Weekly Doghouse. And these players will stay into the Weekly Doghouse until we nominate them to be released. So every week we'll bring our players to be entered, and we'll also go through the players that are in there and see if we're okay with letting them out.
And we have to unanimously agree on it too.
Yes, this is true.
For the release, not for the putting into the doghouse.
Yep. So this is our first week, so we don't have anyone on the Weekly Doghouse. So we're just entering our 2 new players. So Ronnie, I want to hear who you have first.
My first player to enter the Weekly Doghouse, and it wasn't particularly close for me. Roman Wilson, wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I don't know if you were watching that game or not, but towards the end, the Steelers were kind of running away with it. All they had to do was really just get a first down and run out the clock. So we throw, I believe, a screen pass or maybe like just a pass to the flats to Roman Wilson. He gets that first down marker, and what does he do? He decides to fucking spin and hurdle over people and fumble the ball and give it straight to the Colts and give them a chance to win the game. So yeah, go in the doghouse, stay there. It's insane.
Didn't he have his first career touchdown?
I don't care. He's a bum. He should have went to the bench during the trade deadline. I mean, the fact that he's still on the starting roster is just horrible to me. But the Steelers clearly see something that I don't. Anyways, yeah. He almost lost that game, but Joey Porter Jr., my savior, had the interception right after. But that doesn't, save him from my pick to the doghouse. Who do you have? All right.
I'm okay with putting Roman Wilson in the doghouse for the week. So yeah, I kind of spoiled it, but I have a coach. I don't have a player. I have freaking Dan Quinn. Why is Jaden Daniels in the game? You're getting blown up by like 30 in the fourth quarter. Yeah. You're not going to win the game. Take your franchise quarterback who's already injury prone out. You don't do that, and he dislocates his elbow, and he's possibly out for the season. I mean, I feel like the season it was already kind of thrown away, but that doesn't mean you want your quarterback out for the season.
Yeah.
And overall, just his coaching decisions this year, a lot of it is a GM problem too, but they've trusted so many old guys, so many unks to stay healthy and be integral parts of this team in order to win. Deebo Samuel, Austin Eckler, Bobby Wagner, their entire offensive line. Yeah. They're all unks, and they all got injured. Who would have known?
No, I don't hate that pick either. Although I will say, blow off some steam. Just with the Dan Quinn, like the whole unks on the roster. I mean, the coaches don't, decide who's
not fully
on the 52-man team.
That is true. Yeah, it is just as much a GM problem. Their GM is, I believe, Adam Peters, 49ers exec, VP. So maybe he can tag along with Dan Quinn to the doghouse. But
right.
Yeah, that's the weekly doghouse. I'm looking forward to this next week. So we will be going through whether Dan Quinn or Roman Wilson can be released from the doghouse, and we will also be going through 2 new players / coaches / anything to be put into the doghouse for next week.
Yeah, maybe we can put them down.
All right.
Let's go into the clutch call.
Clutch call time. The clutch call is a recurring segment that we have at the end of each of our episodes. Question number 10, and it is an activity where Ronnie and I have to come to a consensus.
You think they know by now?
Yeah, hopefully they do. We might have some first-time viewers that maybe have made it to the end. So yes, clutch call. This episode's clutch call is we will be blind ranking NFL head coaches on the wheel right here. Actually, Dan Quinn is up there right now. But yeah, we're gonna be blind ranking 5 coaches, right?
Yes, 5, and we have to come to an agreement on each ranking.
Yes, there will be arguing probably, but let's get into it. First one, let me screen record this. Alrighty. First coach we are ranking of the day, Jim Harbaugh of the Chargers.
I think he is a very solid 3. What do you think?
That's exactly where I was going.
I think he has good potential. I mean, obviously he has a long, storied career in the NFL already. Went to college, now he's back in the NFL.
Yeah.
I feel like he's doing well for the Chargers. We'll see how it pans out though.
I feel like his long-term outcome with the Chargers is still very much up in the air. Like, we don't know if he's actually going to end up being like the next great Chargers coach. We don't know if he's going to be the next guy that's fired in the next couple years.
We'll find out.
We'll find out. All right, number 2. Or the second guy we're ranking, your favorite, Aaron Glenn of the Jets.
Oh, number 5. Come on.
I think that's pretty fair. First-year head coach, you've won 1 game through 9 weeks. I don't think we need to debate that.
Even his off-the-field stuff. Get him out of here.
Dave Canales of the Panthers.
I'm almost tempted to go with number 2 here. I feel like the Panthers were a team that people weren't really respecting going into the season. I don't know if respecting is the right word, but they're a team that people felt like they'd have a couple more years before we'd start to see some true results out of them. But they're above 500 right now. Just beat the Packers. I feel like he's coaching a very solid season so far. What
I
do you think?
think I'm between 2 and 4.
Me too.
Canales is like he's the quarterback whisperer. He's supposed to be, right? He revived Geno. He revived Baker. And I think it's still up in the air if he's like actually how much work he's done on Bryce Young. I feel at the beginning of last season it was so bad for Bryce Young he got benched, but then he came back in and he looked amazing. And this season he's kind of somewhere in that middle, I think.
Yeah.
But I think considering that Bryce Young has kind of looked kind of mid this season, I'm okay with putting Canales at 2 here. We can do that. All right.
It really just
Fourth
depends
coach
on
we
who
will
we
be
get.
blind ranking is Kevin O'Connell, the Vikings.
Ooh. I'm tempted to put him at 1. What do you
I
think?
think that's an easy one for me.
Yeah.
I think the rest of these guys are like not top 10 level, and I think O'Connell is pretty clearly top 10
All
level
right.
coach.
All right. Our list is
I
perfect.
love the
Our
dude.
list is perfect so far. Let's see if we
It
ruin
honestly
it
is.
with this number 4 spot,
Yeah.
or if
No.
we get a good list.
I love Kevin O'Connell. He's a cool dude, and I love his scheme.
I do love
All right,
Kevin
last
O'Connell.
guy. Bruh. Kyle Shanahan
Oh,
of the 49ers.
you know what? I will say no
We
other
blow
coach
it.
on this list has blown it like we have in countless Super Bowls and playoff games. So
Jim Harbaugh has
you're
with
right, Jim
Kyle
Harbaugh.
Shanahan's team.
Yeah,
So,
the list was almost good. It was
dude,
almost good.
we were one good spin away from a perfect list. But the clutch call for this week: blind ranking NFL head coaches. Number 1, Kevin O'Connell. Number 2, Dave Canales. Number 3, Jim Harbaugh. Number 4, Kyle Shanahan. Number 5, Aaron Glenn. So close.
Wow,
So close.
that difference between 1 and 4 and 5 is insane.
Yeah, it is.
Okay,
All right.
fuck
Let's
Aaron Glenn.
move off of our questions. We're done with the 10 questions for the week. That's all the sports we have. Our off topic is actually came from the comments. Who was it that
Shout
commented,
out
Ronnie?
Gabe. Shout out Gabe.
Gabe.
Emma's
Gabe
boyfriend.
gave us the idea to talk about the best video games. So we're just going to talk about our favorite video games. Ronnie,
Yeah, I brought
what
4.
you like?
I brought 2 that are very nostalgic, and 2 that I played recently or somewhat recently that I love. First one, we just gotta get out of the way. Minecraft. It's a universally loved game. I don't know.
I never played Minecraft with y'all growing up in a friend group. I just never really got it. Because I was on PlayStation.
Minecraft was never really a friend group game. I'm gonna be real. Like I played that game by myself.
Really?
Yeah.
I thought you guys had a realm.
They always like die after like a week or 2. You ain't missing out on nothing.
Okay.
And then next for the childhood games, I don't think you've heard of this one. Alice Madness Returns. It's Alice in Wonderland, but evil. It's like evil Alice in Wonderland.
What?
Yeah, she's like all bloodied and she's finding like little blobs and stuff. And it's like a dark like mature version of it. I think the backstory was like that
Weird.
her family died in a fire or something. It's crazy. It's a crazy
Holy
game.
cow.
It's kind of surreal, but boy, it does it bring back the memories. And I think
I never heard of that.
it's very underrated. I want to hear what you have before I move into my other 2.
Okay. My problem is that it never goes away from sports for me. Like it was just sports video games I grew up with. Like there were some let me talk about the non-sports ones first. There were a couple that I did play a lot. Like the first Sony new gen Spider-Man game I beat. That was amazing.
I've
That
heard
game
really good
was
things,
like
yeah.
so peak. Rocket League has been kind of a multi-year grind for me. I stopped playing that this year because I just haven't had time. But AC, I guess last week just hit champ yesterday for the first time,
Oh
which we
wow.
were grinding for a while. But yeah, and then COD Black Ops 3 was like the one shooter game that I got really into. That's like really the only one outside of Fortnite.
There are a couple games I had to leave off my list. Call of Duty, yeah, Black Ops 2 and 3, and 1, just 1 through 3. All of them were just
I had never
beautiful,
played
amazing
1.
games.
I think I played 2 at like a friend's house or something, but I only ever owned 3 and 4, I think.
I have very fond memories of 2.
Mm.
Very, very fond memories.
Isn't Zombies on 2 really good?
Zombies on all 3, honestly, are amazing.
Yep.
And then did you have any other games?
I was just gonna talk about my sports games, but I wanna hear your other two first.
Okay. One of these is probably the most recent one that I've been playing, Stardew Valley.
Oh.
I've been big in the Stardew Valley. It's just so cozy. You're just on a farm. You're farming for your plants. And the thing I found about this game, I think this is why, in particular, I think Minecraft and Stardew Valley and even the Alice game I love so much, is because you can really just turn your brain off. It's kind of like a cozy game, and a lot of times I'll be playing it and like listening to like the readings I have for college in the background because I don't really have to focus on the game too much. And those types of games are the best for me.
That's fire.
But it's just a cozy, fun little game. You get to farm for some plants and stuff. And then the last game I have, which I think is probably the best game on this list, a game I want to replay badly, Portal 2. Portal 2. You got puzzles and portals and shit. It's fun.
Hell yeah. Interesting. I haven't played either of those two. I've heard a lot about Stardew Valley though. But yeah. Again, I'm just sports, man. Like that's all I really played growing up heavily. I'm just gonna speed run this like really quickly.
Okay.
Let's start off with Madden. Madden 20 is my favorite Madden of all time. That's when I really got into it. Shout out Superstar KO. That was the birth of Superstar KO. That was peak.
Madden 20 was peak, yeah.
Yes. However, the best Madden for me, like the one that I was the best at, was Madden 21 because Madden 20 got me into it. Madden 21 is where I mastered it. At one point, I was top 1,000 in California in scrims.
Wow.
In Madden 21, so that was like where I really locked in for Madden. Yeah.
For me,
shout out to college football though. It took over for Madden for me.
Really, I still have never played college football, but I've heard good things.
So good.
My nostalgic Madden is Madden 25, not the new one. The old one.
Oh, yes.
Madden 25.
Yes. Which one? Also the one with, was that the one with OBJ on the cover?
No, I don't.
The one, whatever one had OBJ on the cover was also peak.
Yeah.
But, okay. That was Madden. Also shout out college football. I'm not old enough to like remember the original college football games, but the revival of it in 25 was amazing. Let's go on to MLB. For MLB The Show, because I was huge on that. That's probably my favorite video game series of all time. MLB The Show 23 is probably my favorite, which is a hot take if any of you guys play that game. Also, shout out, though, MLB The Show 16 and 17. Those are both really, really good. And then 2K. 2K, I also played a lot of 2K growing up. My favorite NBA 2Ks is a lot. I have 2K23, 2K20, 2K17, 2K16. Those are all amazing games.
I think, yeah, I was never an MLB The Show guy because I think it was only on PlayStation for a while. But Super Mega Baseball 2. If you know, you know.
Yeah.
That game is fire. For 2K, nice. I'm banned from playing now from my friends. But when I was,
wait, did they kick you out?
They banned me. I'm banned now.
What?
Because I'm just so ass at it. I'm so bad at 2K.
The one time I hopped on with y'all, I thought I'm surprised. I thought you weren't bad.
Yeah, I know, but you know how it is. But I think 20 or 21, I think was the peak for me. Those were my favorites.
Okay.
And this new one was good too, for a while.
I didn't buy this most recent one. I don't think I've bought the last two. I've really phased off of video games recently.
Yeah.
You know, money, I'm broke, and then time. But you know what? I guess that's just adulting.
Yeah, it's sad.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's all we got for you. Anything else before we get out of here, Ronnie?
No, I think that's it.
All right. Well, thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure to subscribe down below. It is completely free. Also, make sure to turn on notifications so you get notified for future episodes. Make sure to like the video. Please leave questions in the comments if you want to see us answer those on the podcast.
We'll answer them.
We are dying to see some of those questions from you guys. Follow us on social media, which will be linked in the description. And we will see you guys on next week's edition of Clutch 10.